Good morning, Rams fans. I want to talk to the individual who feels like they can't get up bright and early in the morning. They struggle to get out of bed. Maybe you're just really lacking energy to get through your morning commute. Days feel gray. Well, if that's the case, we've got the solution for you. If you're looking for an absolute state of the art restoration and rejuvenation for a low deposit of $15,000, you too can own an amortal chamber just like Matthew Stafford is using to get healthy for the regular season. I am one half of Tuna and the Sheriff. My other half, popping on the screen right here, is the Sheriff. How do you feel about the Immortal Chamber, Sheriff? You gonna grab one of these things?
I feel like as long as they can find the 11 herbs and spices, they will be able to open the hatch door of this KFC spaceship deal that we're dealing with here.
I love this.
Man.
You just like you are high on the list of one of my favorite humans I've ever known for a community reference like this late in our season.
Also bad, brother. That's awesome.
You recalled that like that. Man,
So
people are
funny.
lost right now, but this is hilarious.
Yeah, if you don't know the show Community, first of all, get your life together. And second of all, that probably does make a lot. I gotta change this real quick. What you? All right.
Oh, whoa.
It was a weird. I felt weird, dude. I felt like I was in a different time zone. I guess I am in a different time zone.
You are. You're in mountain time, baby.
Yeah, the best time, if we're being real.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
You know what else is the best time is game time. We had football in SoFi.
Straight up we did, dude. And it was so sick, man. I was fired up about it, man. Stet Bentar looking awesome out here. We got some incredible depth pieces looking absolutely on fire, man. In every room, too. Like every single room has at least one guy where I was like killing it. And man, I'm fired up about it, man. Our depth looks really nice. Obviously, the win, take it or leave it. I don't care. It's preseason. I'm looking for more individualized stuff, and we saw some really good stuff from some of our depth pieces. So, dude, I'm stoked about it, man. Fired up to get another one this weekend, and I mean, there's nothing bad to say when Rams football is in our lives.
Bro, we're gonna be at the game Saturday. I'm so excited.
Nice, dude. That's sick, man.
We'll be if you're gonna be at the tailgate, holler at us in the DMs. We're gonna be out there, shooting and looting. No, shooting the camera and looting likes and views.
Looting good times.
Sorry, I still have. I probably have LA protest brain still. That's a Freudian slip.
It happens, yeah.
No, seriously, we'll be out there. I'm super excited, dude. How about that game Xavier Smith had?
Dude, incredible, man. That catch on the sideline, obviously fourth down. Stet just kind of laying it up for him. That was so sick. Dog. Also, good adjustments, man. He had a couple that were kind of thrown behind him, so I liked seeing the adjustments to the balls, stuff like that, man. I don't know if there's anybody where I'm like, that person didn't do great. Like I think that we looked for a first preseason game, and I think that's kind of where my brain's going to. Is it like we just started practicing, so it's like to have a game going out there, and no one looked like a total dunce is awesome, dude. So I'm feeling good.
I'll give I think one thing I thought about after I did my recap video that's out on the channel. I didn't think of the continuity the guys have, because now I'm thinking about the units that played together. They were pretty much strictly working with those guys that I saw in camp. So like Willie Lampkin, everyone's hyping him up at center. He was working with Ditas. He's working with Limmer at guard, with the threes and stuff. All through camp. Like rarely would you see them really mix in with the ones. Versus, who knows what the Cowboys were doing. They looked lost, and they looked like a first-year head coach team.
They totally did. Yeah, they looked sloppy. I think because people kept asking me, I was at like a 2-year-old's birthday party on Sunday and stuff like that. People kept asking me, like, how'd they look? And it's like, they're loose and fun, man. They looked like they were loose and having a good time out there. It's a game. And I think that ultimately we gotta remember that. I think everybody needs to remember that this is a game, and having fun with it is, I think, kind of the ultimate goal. And if you're having a good time, good things happen, man. So I think that every time that we've had a vibe to us of all this, just we're here for the good times, and then we're usually killing it. So that's pretty sick, man. Chris, what up? Good morning, dude. We out here.
Buenos dias. I will say, let me ask you one question before we hop into our first topic, and I laugh uncontrollably.
Yeah.
Was there somebody that stood out for you that you just like you can't stop thinking about from that game that you think like, hey, this guy's got to be on the roster, or like this guy's definitely going to be in the rotation regular season?
I mean, Schrader definitely. I mean, I think that's kind of a common theme, though. But also, I think we all knew he could run. Like, I mean, paying attention to this team and stuff like that is like I wasn't surprised by anything that I saw from Cody Schrader. I think that like seeing him out there killing it was like, oh, finally, he's like putting it all together and actually just like doing it out here. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I would say Wyatt Bowles, I think, is underrated, not getting talked about offensive lineman. I thought had a good game. I will say I think that this is certainly the best that Stetson Bennett's looked, and I'm not like saying like we got our next guy or anything. I'm not trying to go there with it yet, but he looked comfortable. He looked confident. He looked like he was making smarter decisions than he has in the past. Like there's a few of those where it's like he would have gone to that second level guy when instead he's got this guy here. Just get the completion. You're good to go. He did have one, I think, where the guy was. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I watched so much football this weekend, where I think he had one guy open but just ran for it, and that was okay. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that happened. I don't know, man. All these there's so many games to think about and stuff.
Really
Yeah,
freaking
really.
lambkin.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is it like I mean everybody was kind of talking about. I know that Mina talked about it on the broadcast of like he's a little guy, whatever. But it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if that matters. I think that if anything, it's a bit of an advantage. I think that people get too locked up and like just get the biggest guys possible. When you get a guy like Aaron Donald or a Willie Lampkin, I didn't think that I would ever combine those two names like that in the same. But like it's a leverage point at that point, and as long as you've got the strength to do it, I don't understand why people talk about size, man. It's all about strength. This is a strength game.
And as two fellows who are, hovering around that 5'10" range, calling him a little fellow really upsets me, Mina. So please, Mina, please.
Yeah.
We are average size.
Also, I mean, yeah, when we talk about that too, that it's like people are like, I don't know, man. I don't want that clown on my team. He's like 32. And it's like, okay,
Like, yeah, fuck you.
like, he's ancient out here. He's good. He looks like the Crypt Keeper. And we're like, all right.
As a fellow 34-year-old, I can say how much my back hurts on occasion. Just waking up, wrong side of the bed, my pillow fell off. In those times of need, man, I bust out. I made this investment, and I'm super glad Matthew Stafford is. How did you put it in your post? What is the Ram season dependent upon?
A spaceship. I think that's it.
Let me show you the amortal chamber that Matthew
if you
Stafford.
If you don't have one of these guys, you definitely got to get on it. Look at how cool you would look. Man.
I'm sorry.
It's reminiscent of the Falcons Stadium.
I'm a huge gaming nerd. I have played enough Mass Effect in my life to know this is stolen from the fucking game. Like I know I've seen this before. It's like in Star Trek or something.
Yeah, it's a screenshot from Avatar. Actually, it's not.
Oh my god. Okay.
So
the
this
report was right. Well, you read it. I can't.
What am I looking at?
What is this in why is this important to Matthew Stafford? So for fans that are not following.
It's okay, let's just read the details here. Looking I'm sorry, my eyeballs. I do wear glasses.
I got you.
Okay.
Looking for the absolute state-of-the-art in restoration and rejuvenation, our stacked technologies deliver hours of restorative modalities in just one short 30-minute session that leaves most individuals feeling in a state of calm but caffeinated like energy. Bring a powerful reset and recharge to unlock your true potential.
I have a way to get myself feeling calm and caffeinated, but it's completely different than this. And we don't need to talk about it. But
full body multi-wave, it does sound waves. Full body red and INR photo. That
they use the word modalities, dude. It's legit.
Vibro acoustics. So they're just pumping in stadium noise through this thing? What do we
people don't use the word modality if it doesn't work. You're not allowed to.
Just enough for some room hygiene, oxygen, ozone,
Forgot about these.
hydrogen, zero gravity comfort. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. So I've been full. It doesn't matter. Matthew Stafford starting week 1. I went from that to we might be seeing an early retirement here. Like, what are we talking about? What is?
I mean, I will say this. I don't think that this means anything. I think that this a mortal chamber, whatever the hell that means, is I don't know, man.
I'm at a loss for words.
I don't think it's indicative. The only thing that I'll say too is that like we had that moment where McVay mentioned that this wasn't brought in for Stafford. This was brought in for everybody, and he was just also allowed to use it. And with him not participating in practice yet, then it's like, why not? Just get him in there, you know? So
okay. I missed that detail. That's critical.
Yes, that is critical because if they brought this KFC spaceship in just for Stafford, then I've got a lot of questions. And maybe they did, and maybe they're lying because we've been lied to before. Are we being lied to about Matthew Stafford? I think that that's ultimately my question right now is, are we being lied to about Matthew Stafford? Like we hear so many things. It's like, hey, we're actually in the right direction. This is going to go well. And then it's like, not yet. And it's like, okay, I understand why so many people are like entering that panic mode of this. I will say though, it is only August 12th. We don't have a game yet. And I would say, like, if this was in season, say we're in week 5 on a Tuesday, and we're sitting here and we're wondering if Stafford's going to be able to play. I almost feel like if anything, he's missing one game and he's back the next week. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we're being super cautious right now because we're just in preseason. We're just in camp. It's not like he needs to figure out the playbook or something. Like, I don't know. I'm feeling a lot of different ways about this Stafford stuff. I think that I'm probably, from what I can tell, being on the internet, the most calm Rams fan about it. I'm the most like, well, let's just see what happens. Like, why can't we just wait to find out if it's going to be terrible or not? Like, I guess I'm waiting to get to that. Like, oh crap, we got to see a different guy in there. And I'll say this too, is it like, I mean, worst possible case scenario, Matthew Stafford isn't ready to go. Jimmy's been with the ones this whole time because of that. You know what I mean? So like, I also feel pretty good about that. And I accept a big drop off from Matthew to Jimmy. I understand that, but the experience is the reason that I'm okay with Jimmy hanging around in the first place. I like that he's here because of that experience. He's played in some really big games. When you get thrown to the ground by Aaron Donald in an NFC Championship game, that's a valuable experience. You know what I mean? So I think ultimately I feel good. Yeah, literally was in a Super Bowl. I feel good about it no matter what. Like, I think that Matthew Stafford will be okay. And I think that this is all kind of a little bit of a overreaction. But at the same exact time, we've got a guy who, because of this situation, has been with the ones this whole time.
Thank you.
And that would feel good.
I was expecting. Okay, so we have a small difference of opinion. What did you say?
He's Korean barbecue. I'm locked in, dude. That shit is far. LA knows how to do Korean barbecue. I'll say that. We do not get that in Colorado. It's a must have.
While you were talking, the more you keep mentioning KFC, this does look like a high-tech warmer you would put freshly fried chicken onto to keep it warm.
Can you pull that up? I don't know. I'm not good at that. Do you mind pulling that up from community just so people we can do like a side by side?
Space simulator.
As we do that, I'm going to hit Ray's comment. He says, I'm nervous, guys. Getting the 2022 vibes. At best, I feel if Matthew plays, this will be something looming and something Matthew will have to manage all season, which is certainly a legitimate concern. And I had a conversation with Derek on Twitter last night, and he was kind of mentioning, It's like, but a healthy Jimmy is better than a beat up Matthew. And it's like, have we ever truly had a healthy Matthew though? And I think he looks pretty damn good all the time. So I don't think anything's keeping him off the field is kind of where I'm at.
There's not great images. I've got one from the inside and outside.
Okay.
Let's see. Window. Here's the outside.
Okay, so this is the immortal chamber.
This is Sean McVay pulling up saying, "Get in, Matthew. Hop in. Get the fuck in there."
Making head coach like puns and stuff like that.
And this is
oh my god. Yeah, this is there's a live looking at the Rams offense. Trying to
These guys are checking on Stafford in the porthole, making sure he doesn't over fry. Make sure he's good. My favorite part of this is small deposit, and then there's financing. Okay, I gotta take this down. I can't. I'm gonna start laughing again.
Oh, so good. It's so good. That's the worst part though, is like, what if that is like truly like the next like evolution of healthcare, and it's like we do it this year, and then you see one of those at every single training camp next year because like we just no one's hurt. We go through the whole season completely healthy and win the Super Bowl, and it's like
I can't. Let me get back on topic before I lose my mind again. So we almost agree. So. I'm actually. I think he's going to play week 1. I think it's fine.
I think so.
Yeah. I understand fans' sentiments where they're like freaking out a little bit. Like you want to know. Come on, you've been following this team long enough. Like look at AJ Jackson, like Alaric Jackson situation. We have no idea if he's ever even going to play this year. We're getting the same McVayisms from there. Like, oh, he's on the right track. He's on the right track. He could replace Jackson with Stafford situation. It might be the same thing.
Yeah.
Right. He's supposed to practice today. He didn't practice. He didn't feel that great. I still think he's going to be fine for week 1. Unfortunately, this guy is a savage and he will play through injuries. He was playing through cracked ribs at the end of the season last year.
Yep.
He will play. The part where I disagree is how much of a drop off there is between him and Jimmy Garoppolo.
Physically not, brain wise big. That's where my situation.
A drop off, but to me, it's a degree of just different, like just a different quarterback. Like it's going to happen no matter what. Even if you went from Stafford to fucking Joe Burrow, it's going to be different, right? Some good, some bad, and with everybody. From what I've seen in camp, from what I saw at the joint practice, from the way McVay talks about him, I actually believe what McVay is saying and hyping up Jimmy G. Like I really do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm part of a very small minority that thinks that if Jimmy G had to start from week 1, and I've changed drastically on this, where I thought you can get 1 month out of Jimmy. If the Rams have to have a Jimmy G year, they can win a Super Bowl with Jimmy G. I am the official site for Jimmy G propaganda this year. I don't care if it's a spot start in week 8 to not fumble 18 times like Brett Rippon, or if he needs to win a wild card game to get us
started on Brett Rippon.
To get it, I just went on a rant with a friend yesterday about that. That's why it's on my mind.
Or
like a wild card play.
I have not forgiven
it. Like he is more than just capable. And my argument for that is simply this: you put him in the right system, you give him the confidence, you give him now a second year of experience with 2 full off seasons with us. You give him a receiver that is not just an all-pro, not just a second receiver that's all-pro potential.
But somebody who hates him. I was kidding.
somebody who hates him, somebody who he's familiar with. Like I don't care like the game, like how things went in Vegas. Yeah. I'm sorry. Like how many dark years has everybody had? Look how many dark years Randy Moss had. Carson Palmer. Anybody who goes there, it's a black hole. Good luck to you guys this year with Pete Carroll. I really do hope it turns around. But that place ruins people in the past decade or so.
Mm-hmm.
If you can replicate a system like San Francisco had, and I hate that I'm doing this, but really, you give him a good system he can work with, guys who are in the right spots, a good play caller, and a great defense, he can absolutely do great things with this team. And I'm like, I will die on this hill this year until I'm proven wrong.
Well, and it's not that I'm saying that like if we have to have a Jimmy season that it's like well, pack it in, it's over. That's not how I feel about it. I
Okay.
just think
Some people are. Some people are.
yeah, I just think that
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford is a top 4 quarterback in the NFL, and I think Jimmy would be middle of the road for a starter. So that's where my brain's coming in.
Yeah.
I truly believe that Matthew Stafford is one of the top quarterbacks in the league, and I mean, call it bias if you want to, but I mean, going and seeing how many so many quarterbacks play for this team, especially in that
Yeah.
little stretch there, and then having Matthew Stafford come in, where I think that it's just a vibe. I run on vibes and feelings a lot. So like when I'm watching Matthew Stafford play and he makes a mistake, it's kind of like, oh, that's out of character. But like when Kellen Clemens would throw an interception, it was like, dang, like it's like then him throwing a touchdown was like, okay, cool, we're doing okay. He's like, we're doing okay.
Oh yeah, it gives you way different level of confidence.
Yeah, but yeah, and that's what it is. It's like it's when he drops back, or like when you're watching the television broadcast and you can't see down the field, but he absolutely launches one. That feeling is like, oh, he's got somebody. Like, you know what I mean? Like the feeling's like, what's gonna happen? It's not like where when Austin Davis would launch it deep, and you're like, is anybody even down there? Like, so it's just a different level. And so, yeah, I think that if the Rams do need to have Jimmy Garoppolo for a small portion, large portion, the whole season, whatever that happens to be, I do think that this team is still going to be competitive, and simply because I think that now, especially the way this offseason went, we can pick out weak spots of this roster for sure. But I also feel very good about every single position group on this team right now, including the quarterback position with the depth there. The way Stetson Bennett was playing, if he's got to be QB2, I feel okay about that. Like I wouldn't be fired up to be like, yo, Bennett's playing this weekend. Like I'm hitting FanDuel right now. It's like it'd be, like, okay, cautious or whatever like that. But I think you can still get it done. I think that anybody in this offense can get it done. And because of the supporting cast, when you're throwing to Puka and Devontae, you got Kada behind you and a sick offensive line. You got Ferg and Higgs out there, man. There's nothing to dislike about this roster right now. So yeah, do I think they can get it done? Absolutely. But is Matthew Stafford a better quarterback? Absolutely. So yeah, I want to see Matthew out there, but if we got to see Jimmy, dude, let's roll, Jimmy. Let's roll, man. I'm cool with it, man. I'm here for whatever. I'm here for the good times. That's ultimately what it is too. Is like we don't have a say. Just because I'm more worried about it or more concerned about it isn't going to make Matthew's back feel better.
Yeah.
So whatever we got to deal with going into week 1, I've got their back no matter what. These are my boys. You know what I
mean? How many weird requests do you think fans have sent in? Like, I will fix Matthew. Let me help. Like how many weird people have reached out to the Rams?
I mean, just from me or from just like you think in general?
How many other KFC machines have reached?
Yeah.
I can't go back there. Yeah, it's. I got a few group chats. Shout out to LA Rams super fan. That man, he loves his team. The man's worried. Talking to you, bro. Gotta just let it ride. Gotta let it ride.
What's the point of worrying though, man? What does that do? I guess is
everyone's hype. Everyone knows like the hype is palpable. Like it is.
Yeah.
Bro, you can cut it with a knife. It
Yeah.
is Super Bowl or bust. Like this team feels good and they look good. And I'll put it this way: like obviously, I've never been to any other team's training camp, especially that close. Like when I ask other, like I asked. Who'd I ask? I asked Stu, I asked Wyatt, I asked Gary Klein, LA Times. I was like, hey, have you been to other teams' training camps? Like, do they feel this way? Is like the energy the same where it's fun, but these guys are intense? It never feels like there's mistakes out there. Like everyone knows where to be. That the team's really fucking good. Especially I think the defense alone is going to win some games this year. Like even if Stafford's in there, I don't think Stafford's throwing for over 4,000 yards. I think he's throwing like maybe 30 touchdowns. 3K yards in there, a lot of rushing and a lot of defense.
I agree. I think we're built for that though. I think that we're built for, I mean, a lot of 2 tight ends, a lot of I think that Stafford is going to have plenty like chances like that, but I think we see him when we need to see him. I think that ultimately this is going to run off the run game and defense largely, but it's also nice knowing that you got number 9 throwing to Puka and Devontae when you need it. And it's like it feels so crazy this year. And I hate to say it. I hate to keep saying it. I mean, Ray's saying it here too of like Super Bowl or bust, and I hate that because it's like I feel like there's no failure seasons, and I know that not everybody agrees with that. Most people don't actually. Like, I mean, we can go 0-17, and I'll say like, well, I had a great time watching the Rams with my bros. You know, like had a good time
Yeah.
watching, drinking beers, high fiving, stuff like that. It's a win for me. Like the win is just the fact that the games happen for me. I just love this stuff. But like, and that's what kind of stresses me out about it is like, it's like if we lose the NFC Championship game, people will be like, we failed. We're this sucks. It's like, well, yeah, ultimately the goal was to win it all, but like this is still really fun to get this far. You know what I mean? Like, and this also beats the butt cheeks off of going, winning, six games in 3 years like I had to deal with when I was in high school. You know what I mean? So God, that was fun. 6 wins in 3 years in high school. People were just like, you suck. It was like, I'm not playing. What are you doing?
You are trash. You're trash man.
Yeah, you are terrible. It's like, I don't even.
You called a shitty game, sir.
I'm just in high school in Colorado. I didn't do this.
It's just a child.
Yeah.
It's how do we put it this way? Like, if someone's like curious, okay, well then what's the difference? Or maybe they're not like getting like what's the real drop off? No matter how good you are, you can be the 18-0 Patriots, right? Yep. At some point that season, like you're not going to blow everyone out. You're not going to win by 15 every single time.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have, like happens every year. There's too many games. Do you have an elite quarterback that can go win you a game in the last 2 minutes? Can he make that big throw? Like multiple times it's going to happen that season.
Yep.
Like you can have the perfect defense, the perfect offense. Like sometimes you just got to go win the game in the last minute. Matthew Stafford can do that, reload every single week. Like he can do it Monday through Friday. It doesn't matter. And weekends. He's open 7 days a week.
Yep.
Jimmy Garoppolo will probably get you 2 or 3, like at best 2 or 3 of those in the year. When it will happen, who knows? I think that's the real difference is because Matthew Stafford obviously is one of the most clutch quarterbacks in history.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy has the capability to do it. But unfortunately, that is the one area that we've seen him falter, a la the last pass in the KC Super Bowl.
Yeah.
2 yards shorter, and he has a ring.
Yep.
So that right there, I will admit, is the biggest drop off in my mind.
Yeah, you bring up. Oh man, I just totally lost my train of thought. I was gonna say you bring up an interesting point, and then I forgot it entirely. So that's cool.
I had that effect on me.
Wasn't that interesting? I guess I don't even care. Oh yeah, you bring up an interesting point with the 18-0 Patriots. It's like, yeah, we're all worried about Matthew Stafford and the injury. It's like, oh crap, what if he's not ready? It's like, but what if he's only not ready for the first 3 weeks? Are we gonna be sitting here in December with him playing from week 4 on, being like, yeah, well, but he still didn't play those first 3 weeks, so I guess it's over. It's like, well, what if he's on fire and killing it? It's like, what if he doesn't play those first, say 2 games, and he comes back for Philly, and then from there on, it's good. But it's like we enter week 1, Houston coming to town, CJ Stroud and stuff like that. But then what, like win or lose, whatever. But it's like that's not when the Super Bowl is. You know what I mean? Like as long as he's fine by like November, December, and into January, then I think that's where my brain is like we don't need him to be 100% in September. We need him to be good in December into January and hopefully into February as well. You know what I mean? So like, I think that's ultimately where my brain is going too, is like today is not when we need him at his best. If he's still dealing with something right now, that's fine. Like, obviously we don't want it to be a lingering thing, but like, I think that's also kind of why the Rams are taking him a little slow right now and kind of like easing into it, because you can't just, if we throw him in right now and then it screws up December, now we've got some problems. You know what I mean? But if Jimmy needs to start against a couple of AFC teams to start the season and then Matthew comes back, I feel okay about that.
It goes, and this is kind of true across the roster. You reminded me of a point I was thinking about. Looking at all the other veterans who've taken rest days here and there for small injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want these guys week 1 or do you want them week 21?
Exactly.
I think that's what we're talking about. Yeah. And maybe this is hopium, maybe this is copium, but maybe Stafford is isolated a little bit more extreme. Who knows? Same with Jackson. But across the board, I think they are playing it uber cautious with everybody. And I know we're getting close to the half-hour mark. I think rather than letting guys play through some bumps and bruises that maybe they normally would, Kobe Turner had a sore back. Landman, the second he's like, calf cramped up. They're like, oh, you're out for a week.
Little tight, yeah.
everyone, the minute there's something, they're like, nope, sit out for a week. I think they're very thoughtful
PTSD from last year.
of the last 2 years of slow starts.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
we've done things the other way. Let's be overcautious.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
if maybe we miss you for 1 week, maybe we don't miss you at all, but I'd rather have you learn things on the fly during the start of the season rather than force you to get more reps in practice, risk that sore back now turning into 2 to 3 weeks versus 2 or 3 days. That's something to hold on to. Like, that is something that feels true. Like, a lot of these guys have been sitting out a few days for like nothing, it feels like.
Yeah.
So maybe
you're absolutely right. But it's way better to be ready, December, January than to just, make sure that you're the sickest in September. And that's not where you need to be the sickest. Obviously, to string together some dubs and not have to play catch up in your record is going to be nice, but I think that you're absolutely right. I think that there is a little bit of learning happening where it's like, we don't need to start completely beat up last year and not get healthy till the bye week. Let's just go in healthy. How about that? And so, yeah. And also it helps that we've got the depth right now to let guys take some extra time. So like if a Kobe Turner is feeling a little bit banged up, it's like, well, we've got other guys at that position. If he needs to take a week to make sure that he's good to go for the rest of the year, do it, dude. It's fine. In the same exact situation with Matthew Stafford, if we have to roll with Jimmy for a game or two, or even 10, 11, that's why he's here. That's why you have backups, is so that they can also play if they need to. And so I'm here for it. I do got to go to work though. What are we going to list off as we fade?
I don't know. I'm legit looking at the frequently asked questions of the Immortal Chamber right now. I'm still on the website.
Oh my god. Okay, let's think of let's guys that should have had an Immortal Chamber.
I was thinking about that too.
Okay. I'm gonna open with Denario Alexander. If he had an Immortal Chamber, dude, he'd still be playing.
Are we talking about just Rams or just players in general?
Just players in general, I suppose.
Peyton Manning, his last year of in Indy.
Yeah, I don't even really like this player or person. Not to trash anybody too much, but RG3 could have used an Immortal Chamber.
He needed it in game. Jesus, what they did to him.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Who's the Naheem Hines?
Ooh, solid. Give me Sam Bradford. Could have used one, man. Could have used an Immortal Chamber on Bradford.
I think a really aged Deshaun Jackson. I think that would have helped a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, a 2021